Good morning, boys and girls. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you what you're going to need today. From your little packet, I need you to pull out the Easter picture and the Easter book. Now, we are going to be coloring this today, and you can do this and put it up at home someplace and have a really nice Easter decoration. So color it really pretty and then put it up someplace because this is the week of Easter. Secondly, we are going to be working on an Easter book all week. This tells the story of what happened to Jesus this week, way back in the day when he was on earth. Now, today I want you to color the first 2 pages. Anna did the coloring for me, so she's got them already done for us. The first page is Jesus praying in the garden. So that's what I'd like you to color today. And then secondly, while he was praying, the guards came to take him away. And we'll hear more about that story later this week, okay? But I would like you to color pages 1 and 2 in your Easter book, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with our morning routine. First of all, I'm going to have you stand up, and what do we do first? We get out the flag, and we take our right hand and we put it on our chest and we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Very good. I'll put that down. And next, sing with me, please. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Very good. I hope you sang with me. Okay, next, let's look at what day it is today. First of all, did you notice I've got up some Easter decorations? I put up a couple Easter eggs, and I've got an Easter bunny. Now, if we were at school together, we were going to make this Easter bunny for one of our projects. But without all the pieces, it would be kind of hard to do. But maybe we'll try to do something similar later on in the week, okay? Well, first of all, today is Monday. Can we spell Monday together? M-O-N-D-A-Y. Monday. And the month is April. A-P-R-I-L. Monday, April 6th. Can we count to 6 together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. That's an easy one to count to, isn't it? We are going to do the weather. So, what's the weather? What's the weather on Monday? On Monday, let's look out the window. Let's look out the window. And what do you say? What do you say? But today, instead of looking out the window, let's walk outside and see what the weather is. Come on with me. We're going to go out on my deck. Are you following me, Anna? And the weather today is sunny, although there are some clouds up in the sky. Can you see some clouds up there, Anna? but it is very sunny and nice. And I just thought we'd come out in my yard today and just look at some of the pretty things that are out here because it's springtime. I have a dogwood tree. Look at this tree. Isn't it beautiful? It's been blooming for a couple of days now, but I'm afraid tomorrow, if we get rain, all those pretty flowers are probably going to fall off. And then over here, look at the pretty white bushes over there. Those are called bridal veil. And they're really beautiful to look at. But then in my yard also, I've got lots of green things starting to pop up. Like right there, I've got lilies that are coming up. I also have roses that are starting to come up. And I've got some bushes right over here called peonies, and they're about to blossom and get some really big, pretty pink flowers on them. And then over here is going to be my garden, and there's lots of green things coming up in there, but you know what? Those are just weeds. So we're going to have to get in my little garden area and get rid of all those weeds before I can plant all the vegetables that I'm going to plant out there. So that'll be a project that I'll do real soon. Okay, we're back inside now, and we're going to continue our circle time. I put out my weather book and turned it to the page sunny because we saw that it's a very sunny, nice day outside today. Something that we've not done since we left school was the month song. So can you sing this song with me? Here we go. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. And should we say it faster? Are you ready? January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. And faster? January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Okay, that's always fun to do, isn't it? Now, after we've done, one more thing before I leave my months of the year poster, I want to point out, this is April, and we have got some birthdays coming up in April. I see Hattie Joe is on the 18th, Jaden's birthday is on the 19th, and Colt's birthday is on the 29th. Wouldn't it be great if we were together at school again to celebrate those birthdays? I don't know, we'll have to see. All right, now the sight words. Today, let's set that down on the floor. Today, I am going to add 2 new sight words to our board. They are is, 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 and it, it. Now, I'm going to put these up on the board, and because they are so close in looking at them and sounding them out, I'm going to separate them on the board. I'm going to put one right up here, and then I'll put the other one right here, okay? So that we have them a little separated. Are we ready to say all the sight words together? Here we go. Day, at, go, God, dog, cat, stop, on, off, I, yes, no, you, Jesus. Here's our new one. Is, okay, joy, me, to, the, up, as, love, we, am, and the other new word, it. That is our new word today. It and is. Very good. Now, while I'm standing here, I wanted to show you something real quickly I have here in my kitchen. Do you remember a couple weeks ago when we talked about our telephone numbers and we played with the telephones at school and actually dialed our numbers? Well, I want to show you something. This is a telephone also, and it is so different than the phones that we looked at school, aren't they? But this is one of the original telephones, and this is how people used to talk on the phone. Now, what they would do is they'd pick up this part of the phone and they'd put it by their ear right here, and that's how they could hear somebody talking to them. And then when they were going to talk in the phone, they had to talk into this device right here. And they'd have to talk real close, just like this, so people could hear when they were talking to them on the phone. But to even get them on the phone, there's no buttons to push, are there? So over here, there's a little handle. And they would have to turn this handle, listen, and then they'd put their mouth up here and put this by their ear, and they would have to wait for an operator or a lady to come on the line. And then you'd say, hello, I want to call First Presbyterian Preschool. And then the operator would have to call that number for you, and then you would sit there and wait until somebody at First Presbyterian picked up the phone. But that's how you used to have to talk on the phone. You couldn't walk all over your house like you can with your cell phone right now, or go outside. You had to stand right here by the phone to talk on the phone. And then when you were done, you'd put this, hang this up here, and they would hold this part down, and that would disconnect your phone. So isn't that really different than what we have now? But this is what an original telephone looked like. And this phone actually belonged to Carl's dad. And he had it at his house when they first got their first telephone. So this is an old-fashioned telephone. Okay, well, let's go on. Now, I'm going to move things on my table here, but I still have my palm leaf out here. Did anybody take their palm leaf that we made on Thursday and do a palm parade yesterday? Because yesterday was Palm Sunday, and that was the day that Jesus rode the donkey into Jerusalem for the first day of Holy Week. So I hope you did your palm parade yesterday. Now, today I thought we would have a little review time and review the letters that we've already talked about at school. Now, last week, we talked about the letter W. I hope you said W. That is W. All the characters on these letters are from Alpha Tales. And the other letter we talked about last week was V. The letter V. Let me go back to W. Do you remember what W says? W, w, right? It kind of sounds like a dog, doesn't it? W, W. And V, it makes that funny sound, v. You look kind of funny when you say it, don't you? V. That's right. All right. Now, I'm going to take the rest of these cards and I'm going to mix them all up. And they're not going to be in order, so it's going to be a surprise to see which letter comes next. Okay. Oh, well, look at what popped up first. The letter A. A. What is this letter? I hope you all said O. It's the letter O. O is for octopus. And it says or O. Next, we have the letter J. J. Do you remember this story? It was the jaguar who ate jungleberry jam. Do you remember that story in Alpha Tales? Okay. Oh, what letter is this? T. T is for turtle. Here's the umbrella bird. And umbrella starts with the letter U. Umbrella. Oh, what is this one? Pig. The letter P. Pig starts with P. What letter is this? R. It's the R. It makes the R sound for rabbit. Okay. Oh, what letter is this? Did you say N? Yes, that's the letter N for newt. I hope you know this letter. It's the letter Q. And remember, it makes a qu sound. And what did we say? What is the other letter that goes with Q all the time in words? The U. When you see a word that starts with Q, you usually see a U also. So, Q. Do you remember the story about Detective Dog looking for his donuts and then they had a surprise birthday party for him? That was the Alpha Tale story. But Detective, Dog, Donuts all start with the letter D. The letter D. Oh, what is that? I hope you know it. It's the letter C. And C can make two sounds. Remember, it goes k, as in cat, but it can also make the s sound also. What letter is this? It's the letter F. This was the story about the ferret and his flute. That's F. Oh, and here's the letter G. And G makes two sounds also, remember? G for gorilla. And it can also make the J, like in the word giraffe. Giraffe starts with a G, but it makes a J sound also. Do you remember that story about the gorilla? He came home with the little boy from the zoo and he made a real big mess in his house. That was a fun story. What letter is this? It's the letter H. Is the sound that it makes. Hippo starts with H. We're almost done. This letter is the letter B. B is what it says. Bear, bubbles, B. What letter is this? It's also one of our sight words, isn't it? I for iguana. And it says I, or it says I. It can name itself. So this is I. What letter is this? It's K. K. This is the letter, did you say L? Lamb starts with L. Remember the story about the lamb that laughed at everybody, but he didn't like it when people laughed at him? That is the L. Here is the letter S. S for seal. What letter is this? It's an M. That's the letter M. And the last one is E, the letter E for elephant. And it makes the sound or E. One last thing we're going to do today is read a story. Now, who's my favorite dog that I like to read stories about? Clifford. And you know there's a Clifford book for every holiday and every special event. So let me get my glasses on, and here we go with Clifford's Happy Easter. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth, and I love spring. So does my dog, Clifford. The best part of springtime is Easter. Last spring, Mom and Dad bought us a lot of eggs to color for the big Easter egg hunt. On the day before Easter, I dyed the eggs. Clifford wanted to help. Poor Clifford, he wasn't very good at painting eggs. Look at, he smashed them all. So Clifford helped by watching me decorate the eggs. He's a good watcher. Look at all of those eggs. There's hundreds of them. When I went to bed that night, I fell asleep dreaming about Easter eggs. It was a beautiful dream. Clifford was stirring a giant tub of dye while I tossed in the eggs. It's like a swimming pool, isn't it? But then Clifford lost his balance. He tumbled into the tub of dye. Something surprising began to happen. What color is he turning? It's purple dye, but he's turning green. Oh no! Suddenly, Clifford was bright green. It was just like St. Patrick's Day. Oh, he's got a shamrock in his mouth even. Then he turned sunshine yellow. This was becoming a very strange dream. I grabbed a brush and began to dab on purple polka dots. Clifford looked good in polka dots, but they didn't last long. The purple dots turned into squares, and Clifford looked like a giant checkerboard. I didn't like that. I threw on some more dye. What color is he going to be now? Oh, Clifford started to change colors again. Now he was red, white, and blue. What does he look like? The flag. And look at, he even has his right paw up on his chest. I always used to wonder if I dreamed in color. Now I know. This was too much. He's kind of tie-dye there, isn't he? I tried to scrub the dye off Clifford. I was getting frantic. Luckily, then I woke up. It was Easter morning. The sun was shining. Look at Clifford sleeping in his doghouse. I ran out to see Clifford. Thank goodness he looked just like the same as always. Good old Clifford. We joined my friends and set off on the Easter egg hunt. We looked high. We looked low. Clifford looked in places I would not have thought of. No hiding place was missed. Look at the eggs up there, even on that bridge. Sometimes Clifford went a little bit too far. His hard work helped. We ended up with heaps of eggs, which we shared with our friends. After all, friends are what make Easter a happy day. The end. Okay, boys and girls, that's going to do it for our class time today. So remember to get out your Easter picture And go ahead and color that so you can put it up and decorate your house with the words Happy Easter. Okay? I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday. And we'll have circle time again and a story or two and maybe even a project to do. Okay? Bye. I'll see you tomorrow.